So, this is not the most important thing like the last 2 days, but it's a super cool trick. It's called Switcheroo. Now, if you ask other students in other schools about Switcheroo, they may not know what you're talking about because we kind of made up the name at Country Day, but it's an appropriate name. So, we've got two questions, and all I did was switch the way I asked it. First, I asked for 20% of 100, and then I asked for 100% of 20. So, let's do these two questions. 20%. What are we going to do? We're going to find 10% of 100, which is move that decimal once and you get $10. And then to find 20%, what do? We double it and we get $20. And then to find 100% of a number, you just take the whole number. So it's $20. Crazy. They're the same answer. Or is it crazy? What is this switcheroo? Let's try another example and see what happens. 2% of 400 or 400% of 2. How do we find 2%? We find 1% by moving the decimal twice to the left, which gives us 4. And then how do you find 2%? We double it. Is that what you figured out? We get 8. Now, what are we going to do to find 400%? Well, first let's find 100%, which is just the whole number, which is 2. And then we're going to quadruple it. We're going to multiply it by 4. And what do we get? 8. The same answer again. Kind of exciting that this trick that looks so easy might work. Let's do one more. Yuck. 56% of 2 or 2% of 56? I know I'd rather do 2% of 56 because I can do that really easily. But we got to slog our way through this. So let's find 50% and then let's find 1% and let's multiply it by 6 and add all that together. So 50% is 1 because that's half. And then 1%, we move the decimal 2 places to the left to get 2 cents. And then we're going to multiply it by 6. So 2 cents times 6 is 12 cents. And then we're going to add them together and get $1.12. 50% is 1, 6% is 12 cents. We add them together. But I would prefer 1%, just move the decimal twice to the left, we get 56 cents. And then there's a couple ways you can double that. You could do 50 cents plus 50 cents, and then 6 plus 6 cents plus 6 cents, and add them together. Or you could just think about 56 cents doubled, whatever makes more sense in your mind. But again, we get the same answer. So this switcheroo works. We can just change the order to make our lives easier. So now I'm going to ask you to look at a question and decide which way you would rather do. Would you rather go 12% of 200 or 200% of 12? Think about that for a second. Did you pick 200% because you just double the number? That's what I picked. Try this one. Which would you rather do, 16% or 50%? I know what I'm picking. I'm picking 50%. I'm just going to take half of 16 and I'm going to get 8. Not everyone knows this trick. In fact, Mr. Rosenfeld actually texted me this summer to say he had just heard this trick, read it on the internet, and couldn't believe it was true and that no one had ever told him. Ask him when you see him. I'm not making the story up. And here's our last example. Would you rather take 53% of 10 or 10% of 53? It's a no-brainer. We can find 10% at the snap of a finger, so let's do that. 10% of 53. Just move the decimal one place to the left, and you get $5.30. So what are my final thoughts? My final thoughts are switcheroo is amazing. So every single question, you can take a question and you can change it and reverse which one you take the percent of and make your life easier. Does it always work? No, meaning it always works, but sometimes there's not like an easier way to do the question, but lots of times there are easier ways. So now that you know that you can do this, I can't wait to hear of a moment in time where you're out in the world and you do this trick and you wow someone. Good luck with the homework.